for this and leading into this to bring in this idea of energetic transmission. So like what we were just talking about was, I'm going to mute, was seeing these videos, for instance, of the monks and the monk's dog. And someone was just sharing that like they just saw the video for the first time, they burst into tears. And that has also consistently been my experience of like a bursting into tears. And it's also been my experience, as probably everyone in here in a lot of ways, that there is this energetic transmission that comes through and it lands. And yes, there can be ideas and thoughts and things on top of it that are attached to it, and maybe why that's happening, and we can sort of analyze that. But I do fully believe on a level of the heart and a level of the energy body, there is a transmission that we can receive, and it's hard to think about. In fact, it's almost impossible to think about. And it's hard to even put words on it. As soon as I start putting words, I know that that fails. But it's this thing that we talked about a little bit last Thursday of the body is always receiving energy much quicker than the mind. It's much quicker. The body is so much more responsive in this kind of immediate, intuitive way um, than the mind. And yes, that's also why when our defenses kick in, which is what we're going to look at later in this course, the defenses come on fast and furious. Um, Again, quicker than the mind. And that's where we can learn the pause. We can learn to say, I'm going to take 10 seconds of breathing before I react to this person. But also I was thinking about emotions and why there's so much fear of emotions in our society. And I think that part of the reason is because they do transmit between people so quickly, and they are spontaneous and unpredictable. So it's that moment we burst into tears. It's that moment when we were, 30 seconds ago we were good, and then one thing gets said and we're, fire through our system. And yet we know that suppressing these urges of energy is suppressing our life force. So our job as adults is to really get to know ourselves so lovingly and so well that we can work with these energetic currents. Currents that as children were often too much to bear. Emotions are very strong in children. They're very easy to connect with, and they're very overwhelming most of the time. So that's when we learn to suppress. That's when we learn to push our emotions down, or these emotions are okay, or these are not. And we have to fit into our system of um, our caretakers. Yeah. So just take a moment right now. Just feel your body and feel what you're feeling what's alive within you in this moment. Feel what's maybe been stirred up even by the conversation this morning, or just from dreams last night, or what you've been doing the past couple days. Notice, where is sensation concentrated in your body? Where it feels particularly alive? And also, is there any place that feels kind of numb or offline? And then I want you to take a little snapshot of this. So you could write a word or two, you could make a little squiggle drawing, or you could just take an imprint in your sensorial body, just kind of tracking, oh, okay, there's some bit of holding around this part, there's looseness here, this feels hot, this feels cold. Just take a little imprint. Okay, we're going to revisit that later, but just sort of let that be there. And again, this is all about kind of tracking what's in our energy. So we're going to do a little movement where I'm going to